for you to criticize the Quran as having gaffes or having error, you really have to be an Arabic linguist to be able to criticize the Quran in that way.
Yeah.
To come as a, it's very, very similar to me coming and criticizing.
The Bible if you're not a Greek linguist.
Exactly. But yeah, all Muslims do in this part. All Muslims do. Double standards, exactly. So in Surah 39:43, now we've already had this confirmed by an Arabic speaker. I'm not testing this because I doubt the early Arabic speaker. I'm testing whether this guy can speak Arabic. Yeah. Does the word intercessor appear in the Arabic? Because we know that it does. We've already checked that it does.
Qualified, you speak Arabic with me.
So this is to see if he knows Arabic.
Qualified, you debate with me in anything.
Does it say intercessor? Does it say intercessor? Yes. So now we've had it confirmed twice that the word intercessor does appear. Guys.
Yeah, but you're taking out one word. Hold on. It says besides, as.
Yes.
As intercessor.
Right.
But what's your purpose?
Right. So now let me ask you this question. Who is Allah interceding to? You're saying Allah intercedes to Christians and Jews?
I'm saying some of the verses, especially the one you brought up, saying that.
Do you mean for Christians and Jews?
No. It's condemning Christians and Jews and telling them, why do they take priests and Jesus as lords?
Right, so my question to you is this. Who is Allah interceding to? We've established that the word intercessor is there.
I need to read the whole verse.
Right, you do that. But the problem is that an intercessor is one who stands between party A and party B. So they're a third party, a party C, and they're speaking on behalf of party A to party B. So who's the party B that Allah is speaking to on behalf of party A? Well, we've already confirmed it twice. The word intercessor is in the Arabic. I mean, you haven't actually confirmed whether the Arabic says intercessor.
I need to explain to you that some Arabic words have different meanings.
Right, go on.
Okay? So it can be intercessors, it can have another meaning as well.
Right, what's your other meaning?
I don't know, but in Arabic...
You don't know? I thought you were an Arabic speaker.
Arabic, let me explain to you. Arabic and English are completely different. They're very different.
That doesn't mean that you know the word in every
They're
other
very
meaning.
different. Arabic and English are completely the opposite, are different.
Right.
One word in Arabic can have a million different meanings.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Okay.
Do you understand that?
Yeah, right, so let me reply to that. Firstly, you claimed to be an Arabic speaker. Now you're saying that you're not competent to translate. Guys, shall we move the cameras this way a bit? Yeah. We're going to move this way a bit. You can still stand off camera if you want. I just want to move it this way a bit. So bro.
I'm going to float around, I'll come back to you.
So
Why are you running?
the point is, you're saying you claim to be an Arabic speaker, but now we find that your Arabic is not good enough to the task.
That's fine, no worries.
Thank you very much. So, sir, my question to you, you can stay off camera if you want to. You've accepted that the word intercessor is there in the Arabic. So who is Allah interceding to? Nobody. So how is he an intercessor?
The sense of the word here is not necessarily meaning that he's interceding to somebody else, but he's criticizing people who are taking intercession beside him.
Right.
Beside him, the word in Arabic says min dunillah, or below him.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. So.
And all the intercession is to Allah. In another verse,
Yeah.
says no one can intercede except with his permission.
He doesn't want to be on camera. And if he's a mile away, I can't hear him. Go on.
Yes, So what I'm saying is that in another verse, he's saying no one intercedes except with his permission. So intercession doesn't mean that he intercedes, but the intercession is he's the possessor of the intercession, and that's what the next verse says. So if you read the next verse, say to Allah belongs
exclusively
the right to allow.
It doesn't say the right to allow.
Yeah, here.
It says exclusively intercession.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exclusively.
So it belongs to him.
Right, 1 second. Exclusively intercession belongs to him. So Allah is describing himself as an intercessor.
No.
He's not describing himself as an intercessor.
Of the intercession.
Right.
Meaning, if I'm the owner of a house, I can't allow anyone in the house or out of the house except, with my permission.
Right.
That's what.
But the point is, Allah is describing himself as an intercessor.
Where?
Literally, he says, bear with us. What do they take for intercessors other besides Allah?
Besides.
So exactly. So 1 second. I listen to you. So Allah is saying that he is ascribing to himself the property of intercessor, right? If he is describing himself, let me finish. I listen to you. You've got to listen to me. If he is ascribing to himself the property of intercessor, then logically there has to be someone that he can intercede to. If he's no one to intercede to, then he is in no way an intercessor. Now you go on to say that to Allah belongs exclusively intercession. Right, that is doubling down on the earlier statement. Allah is doubling down on the fact that he is the sole intercessor. But who is he interceding to?
But he's not saying, you're actually misquoting it by saying that he's saying that about himself, that he's an intercession. He's saying, have they taken intercessors?
Yes.
Below him or beside him?
Yes.
Okay? That doesn't mean that he's saying, I'm intercessor or interceding.
He's calling himself an intercessor.
And even in the sense of the word, if you want to take it as that, in that sense, he was intercede for people on behalf of these people to himself, except with his permission or with his allowance.
So allow me to reply, sir. If you say, I'm taking a wild guess that you're a Muslim, is that fair? If you say if you say that I am a Muslim, what does that imply?
Submission to Allah.
Yeah. So what? Now the reason why I asked that question is this: is that if I make a statement about myself, I am ascribing certain properties to myself. If I say I am a human, I am ascribing human properties to myself. If I say I am a God, I'm ascribing certain properties to myself. I'm saying I'm infinite, eternal, immortal, undying, unsuffering, unchangeable. So when Allah describes himself as an intercessor, let me finish. Let me finish. I'm really not misquoting the verses. Literally Allah says, what do they take for intercessors other besides Allah? So in other words, I am an intercessor. It goes on to say, even if they have no power whatever and no intelligence, say to Allah belongs exclusively intercession. So the act of intercession belongs exclusively to Allah. How? Wait, let me finish. Let me finish. It literally says to Allah belongs exclusively intercession. So if intercession belongs to Allah, Allah has that property. If Allah has the property of an interceder, logically there has to be someone there to intercede to, otherwise he doesn't have the property of intercessor.
Let me just say, carry on. So what is your point? What is the ultimate point of this argument?
Okay.
So long-winded argument.
Okay, so the point that I'm making to you is that the Quran has linguistic gaffes, errors in it. It has mistakes of language in it, in that it describes God in ways that are contradictory. For example, if Allah ascribes to himself the property of intercessor, but there is no one above him to intercede to, then he's not an intercessor, and so he should not describe himself as an intercessor. By way of comparison, you won't find any verse in the Bibles that says God the Father is an intercessor. Why? Because there's no one for the Father to intercede to. And so God the Father is never described as an intercessor, ever.
Okay, so in order for you to criticize the Quran as having gaps or having error, you really have to be an Arabic linguist to be able to criticize the Quran in that way.
Yeah.
To come as a, it's very, very similar to me coming and criticizing
if you're not
and coming.
Exactly. But yeah, all Muslims do in this part. All Muslims do, double standards, exactly.
So I can't criticize Shakespeare if I'm not an expert in the Shakespearean.
So what's the point of translating?
So no. Okay. So let me come back to you, because you've made a claim that I think is actually false, right? And here are my reasons for saying that I think your argument is false. Argument number one. I'll go through these quickly. I won't take forever. The reason why that defense is false is because if I can't criticize the Quran without being an Arabic linguist, you can't defend the Quran without being an Arabic linguist, and I don't think you are. Two.
How do you know?
How do you know? Two, I'll finish what I'm saying. Guys, I'll finish what I'm saying. Two, Arabic linguists have translated the Quran. They have taken the time to translate the Quran. So they have allowed me to criticize based on their linguistic translations, on their authority as Arabic linguists. Three, Muslims are quite happy to accept your Shahada if you accept Islam without knowing a word of Arabic. So if you can accept Islam without knowing a word of Arabic, you can damn well criticize Islam without knowing a word of Arabic. And finally, the reason why this argument doesn't work, two more points very quickly, is that Muslims are always criticizing the Bible and they're not linguists on Greek or Hebrew, but they never feel constrained by that logic. And we've got countless examples of it going on in the park. And finally, linguistically, you don't need to be a linguist to criticize logical statements. We've already established that the word intercessor is there. So I'm not making it up. You confirmed the word was there. Now, incidentally, are you an Arabic qualified linguist?
I'm not a linguist.
There we go.
But I'm an Arabic speaker and I have enough grasp of the Arabic language to understand the meaning of these verses.
Yeah. So, go on.
With enough depth to make me confident about what I'm saying.
Okay. So let us build the argument, because what I'm trying to demonstrate to you is that the Quran.
But you are,
go on.
With all due respect, you're misquoting the Quran by saying that Allah is saying about Himself that He's an intercessor. Have you read that word? Have you now?
Yes, I read it, and you confirmed it was there.
The word intercession is there, and the word intercessors about other than God are there. But God is not saying about Himself that I'm intercessor.
He says.
He's not saying that.
He says.
He's saying I'm the owner, as in the kind of
brother,
who gives permission.
So we've kind of already gone over that ground. I don't think that's what the Quran is saying. I don't think it's based on it, because the linguist. Sorry, I did not interrupt you. If you're going to interrupt me, I'll just start talking over you, and then you'll get upset. I listen to you. Please listen to me. We've already covered that ground, and based upon the translation of an actual linguist, not you, because you've already said you're not a linguist, therefore I'm going to stick with what the linguist says, and the linguist says that the right of intercession belongs exclusively to Allah. So Allah is saying that He has the possession of the quality of intercessor, and that means, right, I'm going to just talk over to you. I'm just going to talk over you. Right, I'm just going to quote over you then. I'm just going to talk over you then.
I'm sorry, you're misquoting.
Would you like to have a conversation or just talk over one another?
No, but you're misquoting it.
Right, so please don't complain when I interrupt you next. But let's try and advance the argument. A passage.
Really having to go because it's
of course, every Muslim has to go when they're challenged on the Quran.
Really sorry, yeah.
That is totally fine. That is totally fine.
Thank you.
Okay, it's okay. So here's another problem inside the Quran, guys. Muslims are attacking the Bible all of the time, but their own Quran states this. In Surah 37, ayah 104 to 107. Listen carefully. It says, "We called out to him, O Abraham, thou hast already fulfilled the vision. Thus indeed do we reward those who do right. For this was obviously a trial. And we ransomed him with a momentous sacrifice. Who is Allah ransoming to? The Quran is stating that Allah is making a ransom on behalf of Abraham. To who is he making the ransom? Now Muslims don't have an answer. So let's go find some other Muslims to ask some questions to.